everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're one of my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing and coming back to watch this video. So today I have a fun video going over a collection with you. This is the Disney Inside Out collection. The collection is actually called the Emotional Whirlwind Scentsy Wax Collection. And I do have the bars here with me. There is 5 bars in the collection. These have been available before, and I did not get to smell all of them the first time they came out. So this is going to be my first sniff reactions for all of them except for one. I have smelled one of them before. And if you are interested, you can get all 5 for $30. I don't know how long these will be available. They are currently on the website. Today is August 27th, and they should still be available after September 1st. I just don't know how long. And then obviously they're available while supplies last. If you are only interested in a couple of these, you can add them to your club and get them that way, but you cannot purchase them individually on the website. So before I get into what these bars smell like, I do just want to talk to you just a little bit about the box that these bars do come in. They do come in a box, okay? A really cute little Disney box. That's usually what happens when you get a collection of bars from Scentsy. However, for some reason, my boxes just got absolutely destroyed in shipping because of the freezer packs that Scentsy put in my order. So I'm going to show these boxes to you. So this was my box, okay? Look at it. It looks absolutely terrible. This was the box that I received for my collection. Now, I did get 2 of these. One was for me, one was for a customer. And so the other box looks like this. So it does still have a little bit of form to it, but these 2 boxes were like up against each other, and it definitely left some marks on this one. It looks absolutely terrible. They were completely soaked. Completely soaked. This one was completely bent, and it was just disintegrating within the box. And the reason for this is because Scentsy put the freezer pack, which you can still see right here, they put this freezer pack in just an open bag. So it wasn't ziplocked shut or anything like that. And honestly, Scentsy has been doing that all summer for me. They have just been putting the freezer packs with a little paper towel around them or like a little cloth around them in my box of wax. They haven't even been in a bag, but it doesn't really matter if it's just bars, because even though the actual shipping box will get wet, it doesn't really matter if the bars necessarily get wet, because once the freezer pack starts to heat up and then it starts sweating and it gets wet, I mean, a lot of water. I mean, you can see there was a lot of water in this box. So I was very, very disappointed because, like I said, you know, I did want to review it here on the channel, and also for my customer, you know, like, you are paying for a Disney product. I know a lot of customers probably just throw the boxes away, which is what my customer said. She really didn't care because she's just going to throw the box away. But at the same time, this is unacceptable in my opinion. And I did call Scentsy about it. And, you know, I do feel like Scentsy should have extra boxes on hand. They should have extra things on hand for like this, because they wanted me to send the bars back. The bars are perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with the bars. But they wanted me to send back this, okay, with both sets of bars, and then them send me 2 new collections. Now, here's the problem with that. Number one, you're going to have to send me another ice pack if you have to send me the bars again, which means this is probably going to happen again, because I have not received any ice packs from Scentsy that have been in a Ziploc bag. So I just felt like this was going to happen again. They were going to put it, so they tried, I guess. They put it in a bag, but it's not a Ziploc bag. So obviously all the water that has collected in this bag, you know, is just poured out onto the bars. So I was just really disappointed in the way that Scentsy wanted to handle it. They wanted me to send it back, but I knew that that's what they were going to tell me. So the next issue too is that, you know, in the back of my head, I was thinking, shipping has been taking longer than normal anyway, and my customer already waited a while to get this collection, and I really just wanted to get it to her. I didn't want to have to wait to send things back. So, you know, I did check with her, and she said she just wants me to give her the bars because she doesn't really care about the box. And so I wasn't going to send my set back just to get a nicer box just for reviewing on this channel. So I told Scentsy that I was going to show you guys what this terrible box looked like, because I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to be honest on the channel, and I know that Scentsy makes mistakes, but it's not like it was just one mistake. I have not received a single ice pack in a Ziploc bag all summer. But I mean, for the most part, it doesn't really matter if they don't put the ice pack in a Ziploc bag, because normally it's just bars. They're not in a box like this unless you are getting a limited time collection, or, you know, the Let's Dance collection, which I will be reviewing in another video, and it also damaged the box as well. It's not nearly as bad, but you can see this box got really wet as well. And thankfully, you know, this wasn't for a customer or anything like that. It was just for me. But it just makes me wonder, what are they sending other people's stuff out? You know, like, how are they sending that? If this would have went to a customer, they're obviously have to send us ice pack here because it's been hot. But if they're not putting the ice pack in bags, then that's a problem. And common sense would be, if you're going to put an ice pack in a bag that's open instead of Ziploc shut, then it's going to sweat, and it's going to do this. It's going to do this. So she said that she would let the shipping department know. But I mean, again, I feel like it would have just happened again if I would have sent this back. So I wasn't going to go through the trouble of doing that, because, you know, my customer waited for quite a while to get this. And in order to send something back, Scentsy is not going to send the replacement to you until they receive the one that you're sending back, until they receive like notification that it's been shipped back to them through FedEx. So once they get that notification, then they will send out the replacement. And usually it is expedited so that it does get to you a little bit quicker. But I just didn't know when I was going to be able to go drop this off, and it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to move on from that. We're going to smell the bars. I'm going to smell those with you. I'm still very, very excited about this collection. And I don't know why I didn't smell them last year. I don't know why I didn't get them. I think just somehow I missed the collection, and then I just deleted them from my club in the hopes that it would come back. So I am glad that this collection did come back. So the first bar that I have here is Joy, and I'm going to be looking at my laptop so I can read the description with you. So Joy says good and golden, and it says energetic lemon, spirited golden pineapple, and cane sugar will put a smile on your face. So it's this really pretty, bright and pretty bar. That smells beautiful. Okay, so you guys know that I love lemon bars. Oh, this is so pretty. Okay, love this one. Which I mean, I figured that I would, because I love lemon, and I also like pineapple, and you can smell some pineapple here. I smell more pineapple on the bottom, and it is kind of a sharp pineapple, but I smell lemon on the top. It also mentions cane sugar. I mean, I can smell some sweetness with this one, so it's definitely not a cleaning type lemon. Okay, so sometimes bars can lean a little bit more of like a cleaner lemon. This one's not like that. This one's definitely a bright. It says energetic, so yeah, I can see where they're coming from. It's a bright lemon, but you've got some sugar there, so it's giving it some sweetness. And then the pineapple is also sweet, but it's also sharp. This one is absolutely beautiful. This, I will be adding this to club. I can guarantee that I will be keeping this one in my club. Now, I don't know how it's going to warm though, because lemon and pineapple, that is kind of unique. Mostly what I smell, like when I first smelled it on top, is the lemon. Just a really pretty bright lemon, slightly sweet. But that pineapple makes it interesting. So I'm curious to see how this one warms, and hopefully I'll really like it. This one definitely smells like a bar that I'm going to like for like summertime. You know, I am kind of surprised that they're releasing this bar when they did, because I feel like they should have released it earlier in the year, especially like with this one. I would have been warming this one all summer, because I don't really like coconut type fragrances, but the fact that this is like a lemon and a pineapple, it's definitely a summery lemon. And oh, this smells so good. Okay. Very excited about this one. I think Joy is definitely an appropriate name for this one. It does smell happy, and it smells beautiful. Yeah, I really love that one. The next one here is Sadness, and it says a filling blue, and it says dramatic dark waters, evening lavender, and bergamot deeply touch your gentle soul. Like that. This is a pretty blue color. Ooh. Oh, I love this one. Okay, you can definitely smell that lavender, and There's definitely a musky note here, even though it doesn't really mention musk. It says dark waters, lavender, and bergamot. I can smell slightly some bergamot. It's not really, it might lean slightly manly, slightly. I mean, it's not feminine in any way. And it's not like citrusy. You know, sometimes bergamot can lean citrusy, but there's like a slight musky edge. This is such a beautiful bar. This is beautiful. I don't think it would be one that I would warm out here. I could see myself warming this one in the bedroom because it has the lavender, so it's kind of like a soothing fragrance, but I could see myself warming this one in the bathroom or the bedroom. But I mean, I guess if you really like this fragrance, I could see it out in the living room, like if you were settling down for the night. The dark waters in this one, so there's like a slight aquatic note. And yeah, I really don't smell the lavender on the top. I smell the dark waters on the top, and then I smell the lavender from the bottom. And it's a really pretty lavender. It's not like super floral pretty. It's like I don't know how to explain that. It's not like overly herbal or anything like that. It's just a calming type lavender. And then the bergamot, it's given it a slight manly edge, but not exactly. But it's definitely not a citrusy bergamot. I don't smell any citrus or anything like that here. And this is so pretty. I know that there's got to be some kind of musk in here. I feel like the musk is probably going to help this one last a little longer in the warmers, but I don't think this one is a super strong fragrance. If anything, I think maybe the lemon was slightly stronger than this one. This is more of like a soothing, calming type fragrance, and I really, really like this one. I might have to add this one to club too. Okay, I do not need to be adding license bars to my club, you guys. I don't. But this is so pretty. Oh. Okay, I'm going to have to warm this one and see what it does. I really, really love this one. The next one here is Fear, and this is the one I'm most excited for. This one, or from the description, what I was most excited for. Fear, scared purple. Stay cautiously optimistic with grape, raspberry, and an unexpected touch of vanilla. So I really do like fruity grape fragrances. There have been a few that I did not like, and I definitely did not like that fragrance that was grapevine from the Bring Back My Bar collection. But that wasn't like a sweet grape candy fruity type fragrance, and I feel like maybe this one will be because it mentions that it also has raspberry, and I don't know. I'm hoping that this one's really good. So it's this pretty purple. Oh yes, I love this one. Okay, so this one smells like there's a lot of grape here. It's definitely like a sweet grape, and it reminds me of sweet tarts in a way, like a grape sweet tarts. That's kind of what it smells like. So I wouldn't necessarily be able to say that I smell raspberry. Like it's mentioning raspberry here in the description, but if I smelled this bar, I would just think, okay, I smell grape and I smell something else sweet and fruity. So that's the raspberry. And then it also mentions an unexpected touch of vanilla. And there's nothing vanilla heavy here, but there is a slight vanilla, I guess maybe that's helping blend this. It's making it smell just slightly creamy, very slightly. But I can't get over if there's like a sweet tart smell. I'm not saying that sweet tarts are necessarily grape flavored, but that's kind of what I smell is like grape and sweet tarts. And then on the top, I can smell like another slightly sweet fruity scent, which I guess is the raspberry. This is going in my club as well. What am I going to do? This is such a fun fragrance. This definitely smells more of like a kid type fragrance, I guess, because it's more of like a kid friendly grape fragrance. It's sweet and fruity and fun. But like I've said before, my husband really likes fragrances like this. I think he's going to love this one. Oh, this is so good. Okay, so I don't know how this will be warming, you know, and a whole space smelling like this. Is it going to be too much grape? Is it going to smell too much like grape candy? I don't know, but I love this. I really, really love this. So I remember there being another bar that had a slight grape note to it, and it was the Buzz Lightyear bar. That one definitely had like a slight grape note to it, and it also smelled like laundry a little bit to me. But I used to love that one, and I kicked it out of my club, and I don't have anything in my club that is grape scented. So I definitely can make room for this one, even though it's licensed, and I hate that it's just a little bit more expensive. But I really love this one. It's so good. Okay, so love that one. The next one here is called Disgust, Turning Green, and it says set high standards with Granny Smith apple, spun sugar, and a sassy hint of lime zest. Again, all of these bars, I just knew when I bought this collection. I should have bought 2 collections, but I just knew when I read all these, they all sound like something that I would be interested in. So I love the smell of apple and I love the smell of lime, and that's what this one says. And so I definitely think I'm going to like this one as well. And I do. Oh my. So first thing, as soon as you smell right here, you smell that Granny Smith apple, and it's definitely a juicy green type apple. It kind of reminds me of the apple that's in Apple Teeny Splash. I just was warming that bar the other day, actually, and that's what's kind of coming to mind with it. That one is definitely more sweet, I think, than this one, and obviously smells different, but the apple note in that one reminds me of this one. When you smell from the bottom, you definitely smell more of the apple, and it's like a crisp, sour apple. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I don't smell much lime here. I really don't smell much of the lime. I thought that was going to make this one different. It would be like apple and lime. I really don't smell much lime here. I don't know if that's going to come out on warm. If you guys have warmed this one before, because like I said, this has been around before. Does the lime come out in this one? I don't smell it here. This smells just like a green apple bar. There's really, nothing super fancy about this one. It just smells like green apple. It does mention it has spun sugar, so I can see how there is maybe a slight sweetness here, but there's also like some tartness from that green sour apple. Wow. I'm kind of sad that the lime isn't there. Like I was really hoping that this would be something really unique with like apple and lime, but I really just don't smell it here. But I mean, I don't know what it's going to do on warm. Okay, this is another one that I could possibly add to club. I don't really have a green apple type of bar in my club, and I really like this one a lot. This would be more of an apple type bar that I would warm in the spring and summer and like that, not a fall type of bar. But this is absolutely gorgeous. And you know what? I'm sitting here thinking about anything that I could mix this with. This would be absolutely gorgeous with some of my bakery bars. I really think this would be really pretty with like a bakery bar to make this smell more of like some sort of, spring apple pie. You know what I mean? Like more of a brighter type apple that you would warm, maybe add a little bit of spice to it and something with a crust note. So I don't know which one of my bakery bars I would mix with this. I mean, my go-to is always churro churro. I mix that one with everything, but there's not like a lot of a crust note with that one. Not saying that I don't like this one the way it is. I just always like to mix bars, but this one is really, really pretty too. So I really like it. There's really no fuss about that one. I mean, it really smells like green apple, slightly sweet, slightly sour. I really don't smell the lime. So if you don't like lime, unless that lime comes out on warm, I really don't smell the lime. The last one here I have smelled before, and I have not warmed it in a while. So I don't really know. I can't really remember how well this one does, but I remember I love this one. So this is Anger Red Hot Rage. And it says an explosion of spicy cinnamon and clove fuels your fiery side. Hey, baby. So Luna is just coming through here. So again, it's spicy cinnamon and clove, basically. And it really, is just a very, very spicy bar. There's definitely a clove here. There's definitely spicy cinnamon, red hot cinnamon. You have to like cinnamon. I don't smell as much clove in this one as I have smelled like in other clove bars, like clove and cinnamon. I think this one is mostly spicy or red hot cinnamon. It does have a little bit of clove. There's just something comforting about this one. I don't know what it is. For me, it's just because spiciness reminds me of home. My mom is always warming spicy type fragrances like this, and she does love this one. So I did remove this one from my club. I had this one in my club for her a while back because she really likes the spicy bars. And I took it out just because it's a licensed bar and she loves her cinnamon bear. She loves clove and cinnamon. She has plenty of bars that she loves. So we'll have to rewarm this and see if I want to add it to my club. I don't think there's anything that makes this one really, really stand out compared to some of the other cinnamon bars we have. But it is nice. It's just that it's a licensed bar and it's a little bit more expensive. If it wasn't for that, I would probably just keep it because it would be one I could mix with things. And it is nice. Like I said, there's something about this one that makes me happy just because it is spicy and it reminds me of home. But you have to like cinnamon. I mean, you would have to like a lot of cinnamon and a pretty good bit of clove because the clove is there. It's just there's so much cinnamon that the cinnamon is overtaking that. There's really nothing else here. It's both of those things, but it's really, really good. And so for me, I love spicy scents. I'm sorry, Luna is absolutely just going crazy in the house at the moment. So for me, a cinnamon bar like this, you know, I would warm it by itself, or I would warm it in alternate warmers with other fragrances going just because I like a little bit of spice to be in my space all the time. That's just what I like. So I'll add this one back to club again. I just don't know if I'll keep it because it's licensed and because I fell in love with all of these. So if it came down to it, I could probably cut this one since I do have other cinnamon bars and then keep these because these do smell a little bit more unique. I definitely love this lemon and pineapple one. Definitely. And let's just put these in order. If I had to put these in order, well, I would put them in different orders depending on different things. Like obviously I love cinnamon, so I do love the anger one a lot. But if we're really going off of like the uniqueness of this collection, I really think I'm going to put this Fear Scared Purple as number one. And I think that's just because I don't have any other grape scents that I really love right now or that I have in club. So I think I would put that one as number one. And I think I would put this Good and Golden, the lemon and pineapple one, as number two. I really love that one, but I also love the Sadness Feeling Blue. So honestly, the lemon one and this blue one is kind of tied for me, but I'll put the Sadness one as number three. Oh, this one's so nice. This one is so calming. I'm probably definitely going to have to keep this one in my club. What am I going to do? I love lavender and I also love bergamot, and it has both of these. I really honestly, why did I not try this collection last year? What was I thinking? If I was reading these descriptions, I had to have known that these all sounded like bars I would like. I don't know where I was at. Okay. I don't know. These are both tied for second place for me. So if I absolutely had to choose and put these in order, I guess I would choose Fear Scared Purple as number one, Joy Good and Golden as number two, Sadness of Feeling Blue as number three. And then the last two, I don't know. I love the cinnamon one, and I also love this apple one. I guess I'll put Anger as number four just because I love cinnamon. I cannot put cinnamon in last place. I just love cinnamon too much. And this Disgust one I would put as number five. But let me tell you, there is nothing about this bar that I don't like. Honestly, I love this bar. I love this apple. It is beautiful. Like I'm going to be putting this one in my club. So all of these are club worthy to me. I highly recommend this, especially if you're someone who you just like scents like this, if you think these descriptions sound like something that you would like, if you like lemon bars, if you like the lavender, if you like grape, if you like apple, I feel like they're just no fuss. If you like a more blended type fragrance that's more of like a really special, unique type fragrance, maybe this collection wouldn't be for you. But I just like the simpleness of these in a way. I really, really like them. I think they would all be great mixers. Like I feel like this lemon one I could mix with things. Yeah, I feel like the apple one I could mix. I feel like even the grape one I could mix with a few things. So I love this collection. I'm going to be grabbing another collection for sure. I'm going to be grabbing another one of these at some point. And I'm looking forward to warming these and letting you guys know what I think. So if you guys were able to grab this collection last year, or if you've been able to grab it this year and start warming it, I would love to know what you think about it. Which one is your favorite? If there was one that you just didn't like, I would love to know which one that is. So definitely let me know in the comments so I can have a conversation with you. And so I'm going to go ahead and go over this Toy Story bar with you. I feel like I don't need to do a whole video on this by itself, but I'm just going to smell it with you here and tell you what I think about it, since we are smelling Disney bars. So I'm going to look up the description and see what that says. So this bar is the Disney Toy Story, The Gang's All Here. I think it's adorable, and it's this bright green color. Now, Scentsy put this bar in the citrus category, and the description says a playful mix of zesty grapefruit, sparkling lemon lime, and sugared vanilla sparks imagination and a sense of childlike wonder. So definitely with that description, with it being a citrus bar with grapefruit and lemon lime, that just sounds like a bar that I'm going to love. So let's see what this one smells like. Okay, it smells a lot better from the bottom here. This is not really what I was expecting, to be honest. There is kind of an odd note here that I wasn't expecting. I can smell that sugared vanilla more than I thought that I would. There is definitely a sugared vanilla here. There is some lemon lime, I think. I wouldn't necessarily say there's a lot of grapefruit. I think there is something here making it smell slightly bitter, which could be the grapefruit. It's definitely a citrusy bar. It is. It's not overly sharp, but there is a slight sharpness. I think the vanilla is helping with that, because I definitely smell sugared vanilla here. I am sensitive to vanilla, so maybe that's why I can smell it, but I can definitely smell the sugared vanilla blended in there. This is just not what I was expecting. I was expecting to really smell grapefruit and lemon and lime. I can't really smell like lime as a distinct lime. Or lemon, honestly. I think I've smelled this so much now that I can't really smell the different notes. I'm really trying to concentrate on the notes in this bar because it's confusing me, because I do smell the vanilla. I don't think that I smell specifically lemon or lime. Maybe I smell slightly more lemon than I do lime. And I don't really necessarily smell the grapefruit. Like I said, I do smell something giving it slightly a bitter edge. This is just not what I was expecting, but I really like it. As someone who likes citrus bars, I like it, but I can see how this would not be a bar for someone else. You have to really like citrus bars. There is a slight bitter note there. There's a slight sharpness, but there's also a good bit of that vanilla, like a creamy type vanilla mixed in with this. And if that comes out more on warm, then I feel like it would tone down the citrus type high pitchedness of this one just slightly. All in all, I like this one. I don't like this one more than any of the bars from the Inside Out collection. So if it came down to choosing a licensed bar between the Inside Out collection and this one, I love all of the bars from the Inside Out collection, and I would put this one in last place just here on Cold Sniffs, just personally. It is nice. It's just, it's different from what I thought it was going to smell like. Okay, so I mean, I do like it. I do like it. There's nothing that I dislike about it. It's just not what I was expecting. And so I'm excited to warm it. I do love this bright green color and I love the little packaging. I think it's adorable. I love Toy Story. So I'm excited to warm all these. If you have received this and you have warmed it, I would also love to know your opinions about this one and what you thought and what you smell the most in this bar, because I just can't, I really can't tell. Honestly, I smell citrus notes to it, and then I smell a lot of the sugared vanilla, more of the sugared vanilla than I thought. I thought that was just going to be something in the background helping blend this bar, but I smell more of that than I do like a specific note of lemon or lime or grapefruit. So yeah, all right, so that was my thoughts on those bars. I hope that this video was helpful. I will try to do my warm reviews as soon as I can. I know that it's going to be a while because I'm still trying to warm through the fall winter fragrances. I'm still trying to warm through the harvest collection, and I have a lot to warm and I've been busy. So I'm going to try my best to get all of those warm reviews up for you as soon as I can. And I really do appreciate you guys watching. I hope all of you have an absolutely lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.